One day I was standing in front of the mirror and I couldn't recognize the person staring back at me. Why am I so black? Why do I suddenly have so much gray hair strands on my head? And that moment, I knew that something needed to be done because, yeah, clearly, I have a child now. And I was still operating like what my pre-baby era used to be. But I am in a new season and I should be operating in that new season, not pouring new wine inside old bottle. Hi everyone, thank you so much for being here. And if you're new here, my name is Dupe. I am a mom of a 2-year-old and I live in Canada with my husband and we have zero village, just the three of us. In this video, I am getting real with you, sharing my 6 biggest new mom mistakes that I made that got me overwhelmed, totally stressed out, always tired, hating the era that I was in. So I'm sharing those new mom mistakes so that you do not have to make them, because I'll be sharing with you strategies or action tips that you can make use of on a daily basis. My number one new mom mistakes I want to share is maintaining my pre-baby schedule while expecting the same level of output. What was going on in my head? Thinking that I can actually bulk cook or do all those weekend resets I used to do and still be able to achieve them. Guys, they felt like punishment. What was I thinking? I have an infant. I was breastfeeding. I was pumping, and pumping is hard. Pumping takes a whole toll on your mental health. I was doing all that to keep the baby alive by feeding him like every 3 hours, and I thought I could be doing all the work that I was doing before baby. I would tell myself, okay, I'm just going to wake up, just do my workout, get lunch ready at 2. And for the life of me, I don't even know. Lunch was getting ready around 3. And dinner, if I could make dinner available, oh my God. Oh my God. I would be so happy. That was when I realized that all the things that I used to do back then, when they were all like scheduled, I realized that they are so much stressful, and all of this was taking a toll on my health. They were taking a toll on my physical appearance, guys. And I also started school when my baby was 3 months old, so combining all of these things together were just literally so much. I don't even know what I want to do part-time, and I was always feeling overwhelmed and burnt out. However, you do not have to go through all of that. You're going to make use of 131 productivity system, and that is doing one big task that will make you feel like, well, you've done a whole lot today already. That one big task doesn't have to be something that will take a lot of energy to do. It just literally have to be something that will make you feel like you've done something well today. And then you will combine it with 3 small tasks that may be like unload the dishwasher, load the dishwasher, just small things like that. And then the last one, we always forget to do. It feels like when we become a mom, we just put ourselves at the back end, right? So that's one, is your self-care. So every day you make sure that you do something for yourselves. I have a new mom daily win sheet that can guide you in doing this 131 productivity system, and you can check the link in the description where you can download it. My second new mom mistakes is that I can do it all mentality and not asking for help. There is that part where someone will say, do you need help? And then you say, oh no, don't worry, I've got this. You know that you're lying saying that. You know that you've not got it. You know that you actually need that help. There is also the not asking for help part, which is the main issue for me. So that's one person that literally just don't know how to ask for help. I'm trying to look for what to blame. My background, my parents, or something like, I don't know. I wasn't raised like that to be asking people for help. And it's something that I'm working on, right? And if I need extra help for my own bit, I should actually open my mouth to ask. But I wouldn't. I would not. I'm planning to go to class in the evening, and in the morning I will be working, like, try to feed the baby and then try to pump so that there is breast milk at home that he can feed baby with. And then I would try to make lunch and also try to make dinner, or part of dinner before I go to class at 4. And then I would get to class and people would be like, oh, Dupa, you look tired. In my head, I'm like, okay, well, I'm always tired. Or why do I think or do not even think that I should ask my husband to make dinner? Clearly, he would make that dinner. But in my head, I'm like, oh, well, it's going to be saddled with the baby responsibility while I'm in class. But I was crumbling. Meanwhile, this man is going to make dinner. There were days that I was unable to cook before I left the house and he made dinner. So clearly I should have just spoken to him like anytime I'm going to class, you have to handle dinner so that I do not feel tired. Sometimes I feel like problem is us women. Because I know that there are people that have partners that they do not do anything in the house. They just feel like it's you, the woman, that you're supposed to be doing all of that. But you know that when you're living abroad, it is totally different. When it's just you don't have help. You cannot just run outside and say, okay, look for one maid to come and help me to do something in the house. And when you know that it is just you, this man has to also have like his hands on deck, right? So if you have friends, you have family, the best thing to do is to identify the support system and know exactly what they will be doing for you. People may actually be supporting you in their own way and they may not be doing what you actually want. Let's say someone comes to clean your house. Maybe what you need is someone to actually cook for you. Now, my most actionable tip for this part of asking for help is to have a list of the things that you do around the house and the things that you would actually love someone to help with. And you can pick one thing out immediately and say, okay, help me with this. My third normal mistakes I made was prioritizing the wrong things. Guys, I cannot count the number of times that I have told myself that, this thing that you're doing right now, you're not supposed to be doing it. You're doing the wrong thing right now. Your baby is sleeping. You're supposed to be sleeping at this point too. You're supposed to be working on a school project at this point. But no, you're choosing to clean instead. Why? Why do you feel like you cannot leave the dishes for another hour and just go sleep or take a walk outside? Why do we feel like if the chores in the house are not done, then we cannot rest? There are literally more better things to do than the mundane tasks or chores that we do in the house. There is a question that I normally ask myself. I'll be like, if I do not do these dishes right now, who is going to die? Because clearly nobody's dying. No one. And that task can actually wait another 1 hour or 2 hours because nothing is going to happen if it doesn't get done. And you can use that time to go do something else. It may even be that you want to read. It may be that you want to learn new skill. Leave those mundane tasks alone and prioritize what is important. And if you feel like if you don't clean your house, if you don't fold the laundry at this time, if you don't do this, you will not be able to rest, you will not be able to sleep, your mind will be there. Look, I found a solution to that. I've been reading a book recently and it's titled Getting Things Done by David Allen. And in that book it says the things that you don't write down, they will remain in your head. And the reason you are not sleeping well at night is because you did not write these things down. So it's not about journaling actually, it's just about writing the things that you wish to do, you want to do, your would have, could have, all the things that you want to do, just write them down. You will relieve yourself of mental stress and also guilt. But that is a tip for you. So your action item to avoid newer mistakes here is prioritizing the right thing and leaving the mundane tasks alone. Let me know in the comment section what things you are currently doing right now as a new mom or a mom or a pregnant person that you feel like this is actually stressing me out, or this are the things that I am doing that I need to change. Number 4 new mom mistakes I made was waiting for the perfect time. Oh, I have a micro baby and I just have to wait for this baby to sleep before I go shower. I have to wait for baby to sleep before I walk out. I have to wait for baby to sleep before I can cook. This baby doesn't let me do anything. This boy is not letting me clean up. This boy is not letting me fold laundry. This boy is not letting me do this. This boy is not letting me do that. I was speaking to this public health nurse and she told me you have to bring baby into your world. You want to go shower, get a bouncer and put your baby in it and put your baby in the bathroom with you and shower. You want to work out, put your baby beside you and work out. And one thing I just recently is using the 2-minute rule. So even though my baby is a toddler right now and it's literally just everywhere right now, we are always fighting at this point. What I do now is just look around, and if I can do something in 2 minutes, then I will do it. If this task take 2 minutes to do, then I can do it even with my baby around me. I do not need to wait for my baby to sleep before I get anything done. So remember, your action item to avoid new mom mistakes is to use the 2 minutes rule. Number 5 new mom mistakes I made was neglecting self-care and telling myself rest can wait. I know you do that too. You tell yourself rest can wait. They tell you nap when baby naps, but we tell ourselves no, that's a big lie. I agree, it's a big lie because there's a whole lot to do when baby sleeps. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, that one day I looked at myself in the mirror and I did not recognize the person staring back at me in the mirror. Why am I looking like I have added 2 more years to my actual age? Why do I look like I'm 5 years older than my husband? Why do I look so black? Why do I have so much gray hair springing up from nowhere? How old am I again? Why am I looking like I'm 50? That day, I just look at myself and I'm like, okay, I think the first step to helping yourself right now is starting a skincare routine. Now, I've always felt like, why do people pay so much or put so much effort in skincare and doing 10 steps routine? Girl, I'm doing it well. I'm not doing 10 steps routine because I can't do all that. But I'm doing the cleansing, I'm doing the serum, I'm doing what else? The moisturizing, and I'm doing the vitamin C. Yeah, so maybe mine is 4. That is what I do right now. And I look totally different. I can now look at myself in the mirror. Throughout the day, I wouldn't like shower and I would just be waiting for an open window in my day where I can shower. But I changed that. What I did instead was that once I wake up in the morning, before I do anything, is go into the bathroom and shower. Just get up and get into the bathroom and shower. Then I would dress up. That was how I started dropping my robe and not being robed throughout the whole day and be waiting for baby to sleep before I shower, or wait till later in the evening when he goes to bed finally before I shower. Once I get that out of the way, immediately I feel like my day is just set. And also communicating with your partner is going to help in this case. So my husband and I decided that 7 p.m. this boy is going to start his bedtime routine because I told him I need time for myself. I need time to be able to actually think and reason what I want to do with my life. So if you get off work at 5, can you get this boy to bed 7 p.m. ish? Whatever I do from that 7 p.m. till I go to bed, it is now my business. It's literally so worth it. Sometimes I would decide at 7 p.m. to I'm going to bed, and then I will go to bed. Like literally your solution here, or your takeaway here, is to communicate your need for rest to your partner. If you want to go out and have a 15-minute walk, you should actually go out to have that 15-minute walk by communicating with your partner that you need that time to walk. You are not the only parent in the house. Why are you acting like you are the only one? We can schedule rest in our daily activities. The way that you schedule every other thing, the way that you schedule pumping session, schedule rest. So yeah, your actionable item to avoid new mom mistakes here is to make sure that you schedule rest, but communicate your need for rest to your partner, because you clearly cannot be pouring from an empty cup. If you have to operate at optimal level and let people experience the best of you, you have to refresh, you have to take care of yourself. And that should be a non-negotiable item in your day. In the beginning of the video, the very first mistakes I mentioned, I also introduced a new daily win sheet which incorporates the 131 system, and it's one big task, 3 other little ones, and the last one there is self-care. You have to schedule it. There were 6 normal mistakes I made was thinking that everyone is doing it better. Like, why am I lazy? Everyone is doing it better, especially on the internet. Maybe even your partner is looking at you like, girl, I just feel like you're lazy. Those are your mates on the internet. They have 2 kids, 3 kids, 4 kids, and they are doing perfectly well. Why is their own different? Sometimes I'll be seeing videos of content creators saying day one with a newborn, and then there are certain cameras in different angles. And I'm like, how? Like, where did you have that energy to be setting cameras and be filming your day one week with a newborn, 2 weeks with a newborn? Like, don't forget that we all have different strengths, right? I gave birth to my 30s. They may be in their 20s. I clearly know that the energy I had in my 20s is way different from what I am feeling experiencing right now in my 30s. So yeah, and they may also be in a totally different motherhood phase. I'm just setting up camera, their background is so clean, and no pile up of clothes anywhere. Their kitchen is so spotless. There's nothing disorganized. I also know that as a content creator, you can literally clean up a certain area in your house and set up your camera and just shoot. There may be like a heap or a mountain of clothes right here. You don't know, maybe even I had one. And every other thing at the back here, you cannot see them, can you? You cannot. So you don't know exactly what is going on in the background. What we are saying is just a few seconds of their 24 hours. So I want you to keep in mind that social media is very, very curated. And what you're going to do to help yourself is by blocking accounts, muting accounts, unfollowing accounts that makes you feel like you are lazy. There is nothing wrong in prioritizing your mental health in that way. I saw a post of a woman that was going all around on Facebook about a couple of weeks ago. This one had posted a picture of herself looking so, I don't want to talk about it. Like she looked, but so, oh my god, she looked so stressed, so tired. She probably been in her 30s or so, but she looked like a 50-year-old person. I'm not gonna lie. And she posted that picture and I said that that picture was taken when she was 3 months postpartum, 3 weeks postpartum, and she did the cesarean section. And there she was in the market now looking for products for her business. And then she said women do not have any excuse. Like if she can, they don't have any excuse to be lazy, and they should stop lying on top of the head of their child. That is children that is not making them to do what they want to do. And there was a one in the comment section that said she read her post and then she cried. She cried because she as a person is not even a lazy person, a very hardworking person. But she has not been working since she started making babies. And then reading what that woman wrote makes her feel so lazy and bad about her situation, and she cried. And that is the impact such posts make on our mental health. We should not be comparing with people on the internet. So if you are following any page, any account, any person on the internet that is posting videos saying things, or even just posting their daily to-do activities that makes you feel like you're not doing enough, you should actually unfollow that account. If you do not want to unfollow them, mute them. But my best recommendation is actually for you to block them entirely. So your action item to avoid new more mistakes here is to curate your social media page. Be mindful of the accounts that you engage with. Your worth is not measured by your to-do list. Your only job right now is to keep your tiny human alive and keep yourself sane. Anything beyond that, my dear, is extra credit. I want you to be kind to yourself. The season is intense, but it is also short. And you are doing so amazing, guys. You are doing so well. Don't feel bad about anything. If your baby is well fed and they are sleeping well, sis, you're doing fantastic. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. If you want to learn more about productivity systems that you can make use of as an overwhelmed moms, check out this video, and I also put it in the description. I talk about 5 productivity systems that you can use, and if you check the description, there is a free checklist of productivity systems that you can, play with to see the ones that actually stick. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video, and I'm going to see you all in another one. Bye.